Obesity drives up healthcare costs. That's a fact. With medications, doctor visits, sick days, and more, having weight loss surgery, even without insurance coverage, could save you thousands of dollars. Bariatric surgeon Dr. Brian Long with the Nicholson Clinic for Weight Loss Surgery joins me this morning to explain exactly how that's possible. Good morning. Glad to have you here.
Good morning. Thank you. Glad to be here.
First of all, can you explain to folks, how does obesity cost someone money?
Sure. The main reason obesity costs us all money is because of all the weight-related medical conditions associated with obesity. Things like type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, sleep apnea, arthritis, even heart disease, and several types of cancer. And there are a lot of direct costs associated with prevention, treatment, and diagnosis of those things. Some estimates are that it costs obese patients several $1,000s more per year and even up to $200,000 more annually.
And of course, it's not only a financial cost, there's also an emotional cost that goes with it.
There are significant emotional costs. Those are harder to quantify, but I think if you talk to any person who's struggled with obesity, they can talk to you about the issues they have that affect both their personal lives and their professional lives. Things like trying to play with your kids, or tie your shoes, or ride a bike, flying on an airplane, sitting in a movie theater, even trying to get a promotion at work, or asking someone out on a date.
One of the things that when you're talking about costs that people worry about with weight loss surgery is that they can't pay for it.
Right. Well, fortunately, often insurance does cover weight loss surgery, and that can be pretty confusing even for me. But we have a lot of good staff in the clinic who will work with the patients to help determine if they do have bariatric coverage, and then help them figure out what they need to do in order to get through the process, get to surgery.
Okay, what if they don't have insurance or their insurance doesn't pay for it?
Right, and unfortunately, there are patients that either don't have insurance coverage at all,
right,
or they have what we call a bariatric exclusion. They have insurance, but it doesn't cover bariatric surgery. We do have options for them, self-pay options. Sometimes we can work with them at their next or their next time they up their insurance. And so there are some different additional options.
So when you take all the different things into consideration, to give folks an idea who may not be familiar with it, how much does it cost?
We have pretty competitive self-pay prices, and some packages can be as low as $248 a month, for example. But the important thing to remember is that it really saves money in the long run. There are studies showing that weight loss surgery pays for itself in less than 2 years. And so, it can be both life-saving and cost-saving.
Right. And one of the things about the Nicholson Clinic is that you have an entire process that you go through. Could you describe that for folks?
Right.
That you're there every step of the way, so to speak. So
you
that
bet.
People don't slide back.
Yeah, it's so much more than just the surgery. We work with the patients before the surgery to help determine if they're a good candidate for surgery, help them decide on the best treatment plan. We work with dietitians. We have behavioral psychologists, exercise programs. We have support groups, both online and in person. Really a multitude of resources available throughout the whole process, from the surgery and really for the rest of their life.
And as you said, you see the cost of being overweight, severely overweight, probably every day.
Absolutely, absolutely. Some estimates are that both the direct and indirect costs of obesity amount to more than $1 trillion per year for our country. So it's a staggering problem.
All right. Thank you for being with us today.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Long. If you're interested in more information, you can call 972-494-3100 for more information, or go to nicholsonclinic.com to make an appointment.
Amped Up, sponsored by the Nicholson Clinic. This is the year you lose the weight and change your life. Call the Nicholson Clinic today.